You are wickedness, you are jealousy, you are envy, you are hatred.
This is Trump's godly White House. You know what's run through my mind is that, and if this is the case, not that anything would ever be told to the people, because I think in the government's eyes, the people are last on the list to be allowed to know anything. Just the way it is. Even though it's supposed to be the other way around. What has run through my mind, and it is not saying it's true, were there people behind this, going all the way back to the beginning with Trump, that didn't want to let faith work on its own, but wanted only Charlie Kirk's voice out there, which if you were going to do that, you could have put somebody that was legit, but brought all these people in. I mean, I'm saying this because of all of his, I won't even email the White House anymore. It's pointless because they send all my emails to spam. So that's a disgrace, but it just shows that it's only about the inner circle. So it's made me wonder, were all these people picked to force this forced revival, which you cannot do that. You can have a revival, but you can't force it. And they're doing this, and this whole ritual of whatever religion was going on there for this memorial is all meant because they want to inject faith back. And you need to allow that stuff to happen naturally. But at this point, because the administration is not transparent about anything, they just aren't. It's like they could care less about half of their MAGA base. They just don't care. It's why I just lose more and more respect for the administration. And I do not, there's these people that think that there's going to become some day where there's all this disclosure. I don't believe that. I don't. With the exception of, they released the JFK files and all of that, nobody's going to come on TV and tell you anything. That is not going to happen. But there are things that Trump could do. He claimed transparency, and I don't see it. The side of him I see, I don't like at all. Again, I don't. There's that part of me, I try to give the benefit of the doubt. Is it, just trying to trigger people, but then when he still goes in that direction, and if this was all done, and they've been the ones silencing people or suppressing people like me, then God isn't going to be okay with that. God's not okay with that, Trump. Seriously, you can't push stuff like that on people. You can't come up with some plan and use somebody that wasn't even legit in their faith, was just trying to push Christian nationalism, and do all this thinking that we're going to bring everybody back to faith. That's, and I'm not saying that's true. It concerns me. It concerns me because it's like, I can't stand, and I guess all the presidents are like this, but it's like, oh, it's all about you, the everyday average American, and then once they get in, they could care less about you. I can't stand that, but they're all like that. That's the reason why people in this country, especially, conservatives, have just been like, yeah, whatever with politics, and have not wanted to be engaged, because it does this again. It just becomes the same old shit, regardless of administration. You spent all this money to have this damn occult memorial or whatever it was that was put on that you want to call a memorial, Trump. And we've never done that in history for anybody for that big of bullshit. And then you can't even tell us who his parents are. We had to go through that. This is where it's like the American people have such little power, because when you don't listen to us, when you don't listen to the least of us, then you're serving no one. You aren't. But then that's why Jesus and the Beatitudes, that's why he said that, the meek would inherit the earth, the people that are not heard, because this world doesn't listen. This world just wants to control everybody, and that's the only thing that's ran through my mind, is that all of this was staged, not just this memorial, but all of this crap to bring Christianity back. And if that is what you all did, and you've toyed with people, and now you just think, oh, we don't have to answer the American people, we can just do whatever we want, then shame on you.